This is Takelma Gorge. We are taking out at River Bridge, putting in at Woodruff Bridge. The run starts with a lot of flat water, then you'll get a couple little rapids building up to this one right here. This is the last rapid before you enter the gorge. The prospect gauge was 975 CFS about when we were out here, but there's a reservoir between here and Prospect, so I don't know if that gives you any reliable information at all. After this rapid, if you want to eddy out and scout anything in the gorge, you got to grab this eddy on the left right here. The next rapid is the entrance to the gorge. There's a lot of wood at the bottom of this one. You can go under it on the left, but on the right there's this great big root ball, and a kayaker in a group right in front of us actually went into that root ball and swam out of his kayak. We saw him standing on river right above number 1, and the rest of his group was climbing out of the gorge on river left above number 3 to go back up and get a rope to him. So if you have to get out of the gorge, it's very difficult to do, and there's limited options of where you can do it. For this entrance rapid, I kind of stayed towards the left-hand side for most of it, like just out in the main flow. But as I was getting towards the bottom of it, I was, like after this rock, I was staying over to the left. Once you go under these logs here, you are right above number 1. We scouted this one for wood before we went into the gorge. Here's a shot from up above. We took the left channel there. Coming into it, I was looking for the kind of the crest of that wave there, like aiming for the right side of that crest. And then this time I was able to redirect left just a little bit off that next wave. And I really liked that line. It felt really smooth. The other 2 times I wasn't able to get that. I just kind of crashed through everything, but just having momentum and keeping the boat straight was good enough. I think Grant got that nice line on the left all 3 times. He doesn't even paddle that much, but he still makes it look better than I do most of the time, so I'm kind of jealous. At the bottom of number 1, we went to the left. Trevor told us there are some ugly rocks hiding out in the center that we didn't want to go into, so really appreciated his expertise out here. He gave me great lines all day. That was awesome. At the bottom of number 1, you got this short corridor, and then you're going right into number 2. This one felt like one of the easier ones to me. You wanted to stay left of those rocks on the right there. There's another one coming up right there. But then you want to be right of the next rock. But it didn't feel like a left to right move to me, because if you cut right too hard, you end up in that eddy like Grant did there. To me, it felt more like you're just trying to keep your boat pretty straight and just be right next to the rocks so that you're like pointed basically downstream the whole way. This drop at the bottom of number 2 is not as steep as it looks like from above. There's a smooth line right through the center of it. Number 2 to number 3 is probably the longest that this run lets up at all once you get in the gorge, and it's maybe just over a minute. There's some wood at the top of number 3 right now, so you want to catch this eddy on the right and portage around it. Trevor pointed out a right line and a left line in number 3 that I guess are slightly easier options. The right line looked really narrow. I think you'd have trouble getting paddle strokes in there, and then there's a lot of water sort of pushing into the wall right under it. The left line didn't look too bad. It just looked pretty scrapey over there. We took a center line. You probably could have gone left of this rock, but we went right of it. And then the crux is, as you're coming around this next rock, you're driving into that rock right up ahead there, and I held a left paddle stroke to hold my boat up against it so I didn't fall into that slot on the left. That felt like a great line, worked out well for me. Grant did have one line where he came off at the bottom and sort of landed on his left edge and flipped over and hit his head on a rock, so you want to watch out for that. Again, not much time to catch your breath between 3 and 4. We ran 2 different lines in this one. There was a left line that was a lot of fun, pretty tight. You come in just to the right of this rock up here with water fanning off of it, and then the crux is making sure you don't get pushed left off of this rock here. You want to come off the right side of the next pillow, so you want to set yourself up for that. Trevor told us that we wanted to be on the left side here because apparently the right side's pretty sticky. I didn't get a good look at it, but I'll certainly take his word for it. The right line was really fun too. It was just one big boof. My first time running it, I had a moment where I kind of stalled out and I couldn't really decide where I wanted to put my paddle strokes, and I ended up kind of a little too far center, didn't really keep my nose up very well, didn't have as much speed as I wanted, ended up right against the right wall, which took me a second to get off of it. I mean, nothing that bad happened. It was, it worked out totally fine, but it did not feel like a good line. So the next time I ran it, I decided to go for that right line again, even though I think the left line might have been a little more fun. And I was definitely happy with my line that time. A little bit farther left, kind of carried my speed into it better. Yeah, it was a really fun rapid. I think this one might have been the best rapid on the whole run. Number 5 was basically right after number 4. I think this one was probably the easiest. There's just a pillow up ahead here that you charge into and then kind of turn left off that one, but then right around the next rock. It was definitely a fun little move. I just feel like most of the other ones had more technical stuff going on and were longer. After that, it mellows out quite a bit. You got some little rapids. This surfway was actually quite good. And then you just paddle on down through some flat water to the takeout bridge. And that's Takelma Gorge.